Have you ever tried to make a change in your life only to give up a few days later? You set a goal, feel motivated, but then the energy fades. Sound familiar? It's time to break that cycle. The truth is, real transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens through consistent action. In just 30 days, you can begin to change everything about your life. But it's not about sudden breakthroughs. It's about showing up day after day with purpose and determination. You see, the myth that success requires big, dramatic changes is a lie. Small steps taken consistently lead to massive results. Think about it. A seed planted today grows into a tree tomorrow. Not in a day, but through consistent care and attention. That's the power of consistency. It's the small, simple actions that compound over time and create lasting change. When you focus on small, manageable tasks every day, you build a habit that becomes part of who you are. This isn't about motivation. Motivation will fade, but habits will carry you through the tough moments. The real secret to success isn't waiting for inspiration to strike. It's committing to doing the work, whether you feel like it or not. Ask yourself, are you willing to commit to just 30 days? If you can do that, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. It's not about perfection, but about persistence. And that persistence will change everything. Now that you know the power of consistency, let's talk about what you're going to do with it. What will you commit to over the next 30 days? Without clear goals, consistency is just effort with no direction. Setting a specific challenge will give you the roadmap you need. This is where everything starts to take shape. One of the best ways to define your goals is by using the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve? How will I measure progress? Is this goal realistic? Is it important to my life? And how will I know I've succeeded at the end of 30 days? Setting clear goals allows you to focus your energy in a specific direction. It gives you a reason to wake up each day with purpose. And here's the key: stretch your limits, but don't overwhelm yourself. Your goals should challenge you, but they should also be achievable. If you bite off more than you can chew, you risk burning out. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing yourself, but not setting yourself up for failure. When you define your challenge clearly, you unlock the power of clarity. A focused mind is a productive mind. Don't just have a vague idea of what you want to achieve. Make it specific. Building your blueprint for success starts with a clear, tailored plan. You're in control of this challenge. What will you commit to over the next 30 days? As you embark on this journey, I'm going to tell you something that might surprise you. The biggest hurdle you'll face is not time, not resources, and not even your circumstances. It's doubt. It's that voice in your head that tells you it's too hard, that you're not good enough, or that you'll never be able to keep going. But here's the thing, that voice is lying to you. Resistance is a sign that you're on the right path. If it feels difficult, if it feels uncomfortable, that's because you're growing. The challenges you face now will become the stepping stones to your future success. Don't let the voice of doubt stop you from reaching your potential. In fact, start to see it for what it is. Proof that you're pushing yourself towards something greater. But here's the hard truth: motivation won't always be there. Some days you won't feel like showing up. And that's okay. That's where discipline comes in. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is what gets you through when the excitement fades. You have to commit to the process, not just the feeling. The hard days are the days that matter the most. If you can push past resistance, you'll find strength you didn't know you had. The only question is, are you ready to push through and thrive? Let me ask you something. Who's holding you accountable? If you're trying to make lasting change on your own, you're setting yourself up for a tough road ahead. Accountability is a powerful tool that will strengthen your resolve and ensure you don't give up when things get difficult. Having someone to share your goals with, whether it's a friend, a coach, or even an online community, will boost your commitment. When you make your goals known to others, you create a sense of responsibility. You're no longer just doing this for yourself. You're doing it for the people who are cheering you on. Tracking your progress is just as important as having someone to hold you accountable. You need to see where you've been and where you're going. When you measure your progress, it becomes harder to give up. You'll see how far you've come, and that will motivate you to keep going. But let me be clear. If you don't have accountability, it's easy to fall off track. The consequences of not staying committed can be huge. You might look back in a month and wonder where the time went. You might wonder why you didn't push through when you had the chance. So ask yourself, are you prepared to take full responsibility for your 30-day challenge? Are you ready to stay committed no matter what? Everything starts with your mind. Your mindset determines how far you can go. If you see challenges as obstacles, you'll never push through them. But if you see them as opportunities to grow, you'll keep moving forward. You've probably heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Well, let me tell you something. That's a myth. It sounds nice and neat, but it doesn't reflect the reality of habit formation. The truth is, 21 days is often too short to build a sustainable change in your life. Real transformation requires time and consistency. In just 30 days, you give yourself enough time to push through the initial discomfort, to build real momentum, and to see progress that feels tangible. It's a full month, enough time to truly solidify a habit and see the change in your life. You don't need a quick fix, you need a real change. And that happens when you commit for 30 days, showing up every day, no matter how tough it gets. You might not think much about the small wins, but let me tell you, they matter. Every time you complete a task, no matter how small, you're building momentum. Winning small is just as important as winning big because it creates a pattern of success. You start to see yourself as someone who achieves things, and that belief carries you forward. When you celebrate these small victories, you boost your confidence. You tell yourself, I can do this, I'm capable, and that belief, that confidence is what fuels you to keep going. Those small wins don't just add up, they compound. The more you win, the more you believe in yourself, and the more you believe in yourself, the bigger your wins become. So focus on those small wins. They are the building blocks of your success. Let me ask you something. Are you ready to make a change in your life? Can you commit to showing up every day for the next 30 days? I'm not asking for perfection, I'm asking for commitment. This challenge is about building a habit, not about doing everything right. It's about showing up, doing the work, and pushing through even when it's hard. The decision to commit to 30 days is the decision to transform your life. It's the moment you stop waiting for change to happen and start making it happen. It's the first step toward building the future you want, but that first step can only be taken by you. Will you take it? Will you commit to the 30-day challenge that could change everything for you? Your 30-day journey begins now. It's not tomorrow, it's not next week, it's today. It starts with the decision to take action, no matter what. So what are you waiting for? Take that first step, make the commitment, and let's get started. Have you ever set out to make a change only to find yourself faltering after a few days? Maybe you've had those high energy starts, the excitement of starting something new, but then it fades. You're not alone, we've all been there. But what if I told you that real change doesn't come from big leaps or giant shifts? What if I told you it's about committing to something small, something manageable over the course of 30 days? I'm here to tell you that in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the real framework of a challenge that could truly transform your life. This isn't about fast fixes or instant gratification. This is about real sustainable growth. In the next 30 days, you have the chance to redefine who you are step by step. If you're tired of making empty resolutions that lead nowhere, if you're done waiting for things to change, today is your starting point. This challenge will demand commitment, but in return, it will provide real results. No more talk. Let's dive into what you're really committing to. When you commit to a 30-day challenge, you're not just setting a goal. You're creating a structure for transformation. This challenge isn't about simply achieving one thing. It's about changing the way you approach growth, progress, and your personal life. Whether it's fitness, mindset, productivity, or self-discipline, you're signing up for more than just tracking a result. You're laying the foundation for something bigger. You're deciding to show up every day for the next 30 days, pushing yourself to take small actions and using that commitment as a vehicle to unlock your potential. This challenge is your opportunity to redefine who you are. It's not just a number you hit on a scoreboard. It's about the consistent daily effort that will slowly but surely transform you into someone who is resilient, disciplined, and capable of taking on bigger challenges in life. You won't just gain results, you'll gain a new mindset, one that will carry you forward long after the challenge is over. So what will your 30-day challenge look like? It's up to you to decide, but remember, it's not just about achieving something, it's about changing the way you think, act, and grow. There's a common trap many of us fall into when setting goals. We shoot for the stars and then wonder why we crash down to earth. Unrealistic goals are one of the fastest ways to set yourself up for disappointment. It's easy to get excited and think you can do everything, but that's not how true growth happens. Instead, think about setting SMART goals, goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These are the keys to setting yourself up for success. You're not here to set an impossible bar that's going to leave you frustrated. You're here to challenge yourself within the realm of what you can realistically achieve. Break down your 30-day goals into manageable pieces. Each milestone is a small victory, a stepping stone toward the bigger picture. Stretching your goals doesn't mean making them unrealistic. It means setting them just beyond your current comfort zone so that you grow into the person who is capable of achieving them. And with each small step, you'll see that growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So set goals that excite you, challenge you, but don't break you. Here's the truth. Life will throw obstacles at you. No matter how much you plan, there will be days when things don't go as expected. And that's okay. Flexibility is one of the most powerful tools you can use to ensure you stay on track. Flexibility doesn't mean quitting, it means adjusting. When you hit an obstacle, it's not a sign that you should give up. It's a sign that you need to pivot. You might have a plan in place, but sometimes life requires you to adapt. Think of it this way. The storm might be out of your control, but how you sail through it is up to you. Whether it's a setback in your schedule, a challenge in your personal life, or a moment of doubt, flexibility gives you the freedom to keep moving forward, even when things don't go according to plan. You don't have to be rigid to succeed. You just have to be committed to your vision. Adjust when necessary, but always keep your eyes on the prize. Flexibility and commitment go hand in hand. So don't let a little turbulence stop you from reaching your goal. One of the biggest mistakes people make in a challenge is neglecting to track their progress. It's easy to forget how far you've come when you're focusing solely on where you're going. But here's the thing, small progress adds up. Every little win, every action taken, every day you show up, these are the things that matter. Tracking your daily wins doesn't just help you stay focused, it gives you the momentum you need to keep going. But remember, if something isn't working, it's okay to adjust. Flexibility is key, but consistency is what will get you through. Don't be afraid to tweak your approach if something isn't resonating, but always make sure you're still moving forward. Celebrate the small milestones, no matter how minor they may seem. Reflect on how far you've come, not just how far you have left to go. And with every small victory, you'll build the confidence and strength to keep going day after day. Let me ask you something. Are you ready to make a real change in your life? Are you ready to commit to your growth even when it gets tough? The path you choose today will shape the future you create. You can choose to make excuses or you can choose to take action. It's your decision and it starts right now. Can you make your commitment real? Write it down. Don't just think about it, take the first step to make it tangible. By writing it down, you make it a promise to yourself. It's time to stop making excuses and start making real progress. This challenge will test you, it will push you, but it will also transform you. So I'll ask you one more time, are you ready to commit? Your decision today will define the next 30 days and the person you become at the end of it. The first step is yours to take. Will you take it? Have you ever been on the verge of achieving something great, only to hear that small voice inside your head telling you, you can't do this? It's a voice that echoes doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But here's the truth, that voice doesn't mean you can't. It means you're on the verge of something big. Doubt, resistance, and fear, they're all part of the process. You're going to face them and they will test you. But what if I told you that these challenges are the exact signs that you're pushing yourself in the right direction? In this speech, I'm going to show you how to fight back against doubt, turn resistance into fuel, and build the discipline needed to push through the toughest moments. This isn't about avoiding struggle, it's about using it. By the time we're done, you'll have the tools and the mindset to overcome every obstacle that stands between you and your success. This is the moment where you turn your doubts into stepping stones. So stay with me, because what's coming next could change the way you face challenges forever. Self-doubt. It's that nagging voice that tells you you're not good enough or this is too hard for you. It's a voice we all hear and it's a battle we all face. But here's the thing, self-doubt isn't your enemy. It's a sign of growth. Think about it. If you've never doubted yourself, you're probably not pushing hard enough. Every time you think, I can't do this, what you're really saying is, I'm about to take on something bigger than myself. The moment you feel like quitting, that's the exact moment you need to push harder. The only reason doubt exists is because you're stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone. You're testing your limits. And that's where true growth happens. Failure doesn't mean you're defeated, it means you're learning. Every setback is just a stepping stone to success. So when you hit those walls, when the voice of doubt creeps in, recognize it for what it is, a natural part of the journey. You've been there before and you'll rise again. You're not failing, you're growing. Embrace it. Resistance is a universal experience. Every time you try to push yourself to move forward, you feel it. It's that force that seems to pull you back, telling you to stop, to quit, to take the easy way out. But here's the truth. Resistance is not a sign that you should stop. It's a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. Resistance happens when you're pushing your limits. It's your mind and body's way of telling you that you're entering new territory, that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's when the real change happens. Think of resistance like a muscle. The more you push against it, the stronger you become. When resistance shows up, it's your cue to dig in, to push harder. Visualize the success you're working toward. When your vision is clear, resistance will become just another obstacle to overcome, not a reason to quit. Motivation is powerful, but it's fleeting. One moment you're fired up, ready to take on the world. The next, that fire fizzles out and you're left struggling to find the energy to keep going. But here's the secret. Motivation alone won't get you to where you want to go. Discipline is the key. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation runs dry. It's the foundation that turns your goals into reality. Motivation will come and go. Some days you'll wake up full of energy, ready to take on anything. Other days you'll feel like you don't have it in you. But discipline is the daily grind that moves you forward even when you don't feel like it. The key to building discipline is routine. It's showing up every day, whether you feel like it or not. Over time, this routine becomes who you are. You don't have to be motivated, you just have to be disciplined. You're going to face tough moments. There will be days when it feels like everything is working against you. The temptation to quit will feel overwhelming. But here's a fact, the toughest moments are where your growth happens. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Mental toughness is the ability to keep moving forward, even when everything inside you wants to stop. It's the power to push through the discomfort, the frustration, and the doubt. So how do you develop mental toughness? You start by taking one more step. When everything feels like too much, ask yourself, what's one more step I can take? It might be small, but those small actions add up. One more rep, one more word, one more hour. Every time you push through, you build mental strength. And soon you'll find yourself facing challenges you once thought were impossible, knowing you have the strength to keep going. Right now you're standing at a crossroads. On one side, there's doubt, fear, and comfort, the path that's easy, familiar, and safe. On the other side, there's the challenge, there's the discomfort, there's the unknown. But here's the truth. Your future is shaped by the choices you make. In moments like this, what's holding you back? Is it fear, doubt, a desire to stay comfortable? Whatever it is, it's not stronger than you. You have the power to break through. You are stronger than your doubts, and you're more capable than you think. The challenge is tough, yes, but you are tougher. The only thing standing between you and the success you want is the courage to push through. Are you ready to break through what's holding you back? Are you ready to become unstoppable? The choice is yours. Take that first step. The world is waiting for you to rise. Have you ever felt like your goals are slipping through your fingers? Like you're pushing hard but not making the progress you hope for? Let me tell you something, it's not about doing it alone. The truth is, we all need someone to help us stay on track. You can have the best plan in the world, but without accountability, the chances of following through are slim. It's easy to get distracted, to let self-doubt take over, or to give up when the going gets tough. That's where accountability partners come in. In this speech, I'm going to show you how the right support system can be a game changer. We'll talk about the power of having someone in your corner, tracking your progress, and understanding the real cost of failing to stay accountable. Together, we'll build a system that will help you stay committed to your goals and push you through the toughest moments. This isn't just about relying on others, it's about setting yourself up for success, using others to elevate you and making your dreams a reality. Ready to take that next step? Let's dive in. Here's the thing. No one achieves great things alone. The biggest successes are often the result of a team effort, even if that team is just one person helping you along the way. Accountability partners are more than just someone to check in with. They are the catalyst for success. When you share your goals with someone, you make a commitment not just to yourself, but to them as well. This simple act raises the stakes. Having someone in your corner doesn't just motivate you, it holds you to a higher standard. When you know someone is watching, you show up. You don't want to let them down, and that external motivation can make all the difference. It's easy to make excuses to yourself, but not so easy when someone else is waiting for results. Together, you're stronger. You push each other past the finish line. So ask yourself, who do you have in your corner? Who is going to challenge you, cheer you on, and remind you why you started in the first place? Success doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen day by day. The key is tracking your progress. Whether you're keeping a journal, using an app, or sharing updates on social media, tracking helps you stay on course. When you're constantly monitoring where you are, you can make adjustments as needed. Without tracking, you're like a ship with no map. You'll end up drifting aimlessly, wondering why you're not getting anywhere. Daily check-ins are vital. They allow you to celebrate small wins, which keeps you motivated. Progress is made up of small steps, and those small wins add up to big results. If you've never tracked your journey before, now's the time to start. Acknowledge where you are today, keep an eye on your growth, and when the road gets tough, look back at your progress to remind yourself just how far you've come. The results will speak for themselves. Let me ask you this, who will hold you accountable if you don't? If you don't have a system in place to keep you on track, you're left to your own devices. And let's be honest, how often do you let yourself off the hook? You might tell yourself it's not a big deal, but the truth is, every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your confidence. The cost of quitting early is real. Every time you give up, you pay the price, not just in missed opportunities, but in lost self-respect. You rob yourself of the chance to see your goals through, and that's a dangerous place to be. Real accountability means you're going to follow through, even when you don't feel like it. Without accountability, you're left with stagnation, no growth, no progress, just a reminder of the things you didn't finish. So now you're probably asking, how do you set up your own accountability system? It starts by choosing the right people. Look around you. Who in your life will help you stay committed? It's important to choose someone who will push you, challenge you, and hold you to a high standard, not someone who will let you make excuses or bail you out when things get tough. Accountability works best when you have a system in place. It's not enough to simply say, I'll check in later. You need a clear plan, whether it's weekly meetings, regular progress reports, or public declarations of your goals. And when you make your commitment public, when you share your goals with others, you add even more motivation. The pressure of letting people down can be powerful. It's time to make your commitment real. Share your goals, find your accountability partner, and get to work. Who will you choose to make sure you follow through? The only way to make sure you succeed is to commit. And that commitment means making yourself accountable to others. The stronger your system, the greater your chances of reaching your goals. The question is, are you ready to put it into action? Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a cycle, unable to break free and move forward? Do you find yourself wondering why success seems to slip through your fingers no matter how hard you try? The answer lies within you. It's your mindset. Today, I'm going to challenge you to look at how you think, because your mindset has the power to shape your life in ways you may not even realize. What if I told you that the key to overcoming obstacles, achieving your goals, and turning your dreams into reality is right there inside your mind? That's right. Your mindset is the driving force behind every success you'll ever have. The way you see the world, the way you see yourself, and the way you approach challenges will either propel you forward or hold you back. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to unlock the power of your mindset, shift your perspective, and break through the barriers that are keeping you from your true potential. Now, I know this may sound simple, but it's powerful. The transformation begins right here, right now. Let's get started, because what you're about to learn could change everything. You've heard the phrase before, your mindset determines your success. But what does that really mean? It means that the way you think shapes everything you do. When you cultivate a positive mindset, you are training yourself to look for solutions, to push through challenges, and to stay focused on the end goal no matter what obstacles come your way. A positive mindset is not just about thinking happy thoughts. It's about believing that no matter how tough things get, you can find a way through. Optimism is a key to overcoming obstacles. It's the belief that you can improve, grow, and change even when things seem impossible. And here's the truth. Believing in your own abilities is the first step to achieving anything. If you don't believe you can do it, then you've already lost half the battle. When you believe you can, you've already won half the battle. It's not just a saying, it's a fact. When you change your mindset, you change your life. So ask yourself, what do you truly believe about yourself? Because what you believe will determine what you can achieve. Do you see your limitations as the end of the road or as an opportunity for growth? The way you answer this question will determine your potential. Let me tell you about two mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is a trap. It keeps you locked in place, telling you that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are fixed. You think, this is who I am and this is as good as I'm ever going to get. But here's the problem with that. A fixed mindset holds you back from the success you could achieve. It keeps you afraid to try new things because you're afraid of failing. It doesn't allow room for growth. But there's another way, the growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities aren't fixed. You can develop them, grow them, and improve them through effort, learning, and perseverance. When you embrace a growth mindset, challenges become opportunities. Failures are just lessons in disguise. You begin to see every setback as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. So, which mindset do you have? The growth mindset is essential if you want lasting change. It's the only way to truly unlock your potential. And here's the best part. Anyone can shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. You just need to choose to believe that growth is possible. What if you could see your future before it even happens? What if you could picture every step of your success? And in doing so, move closer to it every day. That's the power of visualization. Visualization is not just daydreaming. It's a proven technique that rewires your brain for success. When you visualize your goals, you are essentially training your brain to recognize opportunities, to stay focused, and to persist when things get tough. Neuroscience shows that when you vividly imagine achieving your goals, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing the thing. Your mind starts to believe it's possible. Now let me be clear, visualizing success alone won't get you there. But when you combine visualization with action, you create a powerful force. Visualization helps you push through the hard moments. When you feel like quitting, you can close your eyes, see your success, and remind yourself of the bigger picture. So close your eyes for a moment, imagine yourself at the finish line. Picture how it feels, see it clearly, believe it, and then take the steps necessary to make it real. Just like your body needs exercise to grow stronger, your mind needs daily training to build resilience and mental toughness. Mindset is a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. Start by developing daily habits that strengthen your mindset. Simple things like reading, practicing gratitude, or taking time for reflection can change the way you think. Affirmations, too, play a big role. By repeating positive statements about your abilities, you start to reprogram your mind for success. Now, I want you to think about something. How do you see yourself at the end of 30 days? What do you want to achieve? Take a moment and really picture it. If you want to see a shift in your mindset, you need to start now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start building today. Your mindset will dictate your journey, so choose wisely. Every day is a chance to shape your future. Your mind is the key to unlocking the life you want. So ask yourself, are you ready to train your mindset for success? If you are, then it's time to start today. The mindset you carry shapes everything, your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your success. Now that you've learned how to cultivate a positive mindset, embrace growth, visualize success, and strengthen your mental resilience, it's up to you to take action. The power to change is within you. It always has been. Have you ever faced a setback that left you questioning everything? A moment where things didn't go according to plan and you felt like giving up? You're not alone. Every single one of us faces challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But here's the truth. Setbacks are not signs that you're failing. They're proof that you're pushing your limits. They're part of the process, and if you understand how to embrace them, they can become the fuel that drives you to greater success. Today, I'm going to teach you how to deal with setbacks, how to stay committed even when the road gets tough, and how to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth. This isn't just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. It's about building resilience and sharpening your mental strength. You'll learn how to stay focused on your goal even when everything seems to be falling apart. Because I'm telling you right now, setbacks are not the end. They are the beginning of your greatest breakthroughs. So let's dive into how you can use every setback to push you closer to where you want to be. Setbacks, they happen. We all experience them, no matter how hard we try to avoid them. And yet many of us see setbacks as failures. We see them as signs that we've lost. But let me tell you something, setbacks are not failures, they are part of the journey. When things don't go as planned, you have two choices. You can give up or you can keep going. What happens next is entirely up to you. Quitting is never an option if you want to achieve something meaningful. In fact, the true power lies in your ability to keep going when things get tough. Reframe your setbacks as growth opportunities. Think about it. Every time you face a challenge and push through it, you're building resilience. You're developing the strength to handle even bigger obstacles in the future. Remember this. Setbacks don't mean you failed, they mean you're human. Every setback you experience is proof that you're in the fight, and that's where success begins. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And I promise you, resilience is key to long-term success. Resilience is what will help you bounce back after every set. It's what will help you stand tall when life knocks you down. The good news is resilience can be developed. It's all about how you respond to challenges. The stronger your response, the stronger your resilience becomes. To build mental toughness, start by focusing on your thoughts. When something goes wrong, don't dwell on the failure. Focus on what you can learn from it. Ask yourself, what's the lesson here? What can I do differently next time? Another strategy is to surround yourself with support. Lean on people who encourage you to keep going and, most importantly, keep moving forward one step at a time, no matter how small. Adversity doesn't have to break you. It can fuel your growth. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to turn adversity into an advantage. So use those challenges as stepping stones and keep building your resilience. When you're on a journey towards something big, it's easy to get distracted by setbacks. But here's the thing, success isn't just about the outcome, it's about the process. It's about the commitment you make to yourself every single day. Think about the 30-day challenge you're working on right now. Sure, the end goal is important, but it's the daily habits, the actions you take each day that matter most. The journey is just as important as the destination. Building lasting habits is what transforms your life. When you focus on the process, you become the person who can handle anything life throws at you. The 30-day challenge is not the end, it's just the beginning of a lifelong journey toward your goal. So as you move forward, keep your eye on the prize. Every setback you face is simply another part of the process. Use it to fuel your determination. You've got this. Stay focused on your goal, and when things get tough, remind yourself that the process is just as important as the outcome. I need you to really think about something right now. Will you stay committed when things get tough? It's easy to stay focused when everything is going well, but the true test of your commitment comes when the road gets rocky, when you face a setback, and when you feel like giving up. How do you stay strong when life feels overwhelming? The key is mental recalibration. When you face a setback, don't dwell on the negative. Refocus. Take a deep breath, reset your mindset, and keep moving forward. Every setback is a lesson. A chance to grow, to learn, and to get stronger. When you face a setback, will you quit or will you get back up stronger than before? That's the real question. The most successful people aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who keep going after every failure. They turn every setback into a lesson for success. Remember, setbacks are not the end, they're just the beginning. So when the next challenge comes, embrace it. Don't run from it. Turn it into the fuel that will drive you to your next success. Setbacks are inevitable, but they are not the end of your journey. They are part of the process. Building resilience, staying focused, and committing to the journey are all key to overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. When you face setbacks, don't ask yourself, why me? Instead, ask, what's the lesson here? What can I do better next time? Embrace the struggle, use it as fuel, keep going, because in the end, the person who stays committed, no matter the setbacks, is the one who will reach the top. The key is to apply what you've learned to your daily life. Take the lessons you've gained from the challenge and integrate them into your routine. Just because the challenge is over doesn't mean the work is done. In fact, this is where the real growth begins. Maintaining the habits you've built is essential for lasting change. You've proven to yourself that you can commit to something and follow through. Now it's about keeping that commitment alive. Turning short-term wins into long-term success is about consistency and discipline. It's about using what you've learned to keep moving forward one day at a time. The journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's only just begun. Keep applying what you've learned. Keep growing and never stop striving for the next level. Let's talk about rewards for a moment. How many times have you heard that rewarding yourself is important, but you didn't know how to make it work for you? Let me tell you something. Rewards are powerful. They're not just about celebrating. They're about reinforcing the positive habits that will carry you forward. The power of rewards lies in their ability to solidify the changes you've made. When you reward yourself for staying committed, for following through, or for reaching a milestone, you reinforce those behaviors. The psychology behind it is simple. Positive reinforcement strengthens habits. When you celebrate your progress, you're telling your brain that these actions are worth repeating. Every milestone you reach deserves a reward. It doesn't have to be grand or extravagant. It can be something as simple as taking a moment to appreciate your effort, treating yourself to something you enjoy, or reflecting on how far you've come. By making rewards a part of your routine, you create a system that keeps you on track and motivates you to keep going. Rewards are not just a nice gesture, they're a strategic part of your growth, so make them count. Reward yourself for the progress you've made and let it fuel your continued success. Reflection, celebration, and reward are not just nice to haves. They're essential parts of your growth process. By reflecting on your progress, celebrating small wins, and continuing your journey beyond the challenge, you ensure that the changes you've made are lasting. And by rewarding yourself, you reinforce the positive habits that will propel you toward even greater success. So keep reflecting, keep celebrating, and keep rewarding yourself, because you are on the path to something incredible, and with every step, you're getting closer to your goals. Stay focused, stay committed. Your success is just around the corner. Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I want something different, but I don't know how to get there? Maybe you feel like you've been stuck in a cycle of uncertainty, unsure how to break free and make real change. Here's the truth. Waiting for the perfect moment is a mistake. The time to act is now. Today marks the beginning of something powerful. This isn't just another motivational speech, it's a roadmap for real change. What I'm about to share with you isn't about promises of instant results. It's about committing to consistent, small actions that lead to lasting transformation. The journey starts with the decision to change, and it continues with the effort you put in every single day. If you stick with it, if you embrace the challenge, your life can be completely different. What you're about to hear will lay the foundation for you to build lasting habits that will shape your future. This challenge isn't about reaching the finish line in 30 days. It's about using those 30 days to set in motion a transformation that lasts. The power of this challenge lies in the small, consistent decisions you make every day. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you want. It's not just about completing a month. It's about building habits that stick. What you commit to today can shape your tomorrow. Each day you choose to show up, even when it's hard, you are rewiring your brain and making long-term change. The life you want begins with one simple decision: to keep going. Let me remind you of the key principles that will carry you through. First, consistency. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up every day. Every small action adds up, and before you know it, those daily efforts lead to lasting change. Next, mindset. Everything you do starts with how you think. If you believe in your potential, if you're willing to challenge yourself, you're already ahead of the game. Your mindset will be the foundation of everything you achieve. Accountability is also crucial. Whether it's holding yourself accountable or having others in your corner, being accountable keeps you moving forward. And finally, resilience. You will face setbacks, but each one is a lesson. Learn to bounce back stronger and you'll become unstoppable. Mastering these principles will unlock your true potential. They will guide you through the hard days, the uncertain moments, and help you get closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Now is your moment. Stop waiting for things to be perfect. Stop waiting for the right time or the right circumstances. The time to act is now. You don't have to have it all figured out today. You just need to start. What's holding you back? Take the leap, take the first step. The power to change your life is in your hands right now. Will you make this month the one that changes everything? Your future starts today. Don't put off tomorrow what you can begin right now. Commit fully to the challenge and you'll witness your life transforming before your eyes. Your future self will thank you for taking action today. It's time to begin. The change you seek is in your grasp. Are you ready to take that first step?